What it is, what's the deal, people? Hope you are doing well, having a blessed day, afternoon, or evening. Whenever you come across this reading, you already know if you watch me with a good heart and good intentions, you're blessed and protected. But if you watch me with any ill will or malintentions or evil eyes, go blind 144,000 times. Instantly, quickly, swiftly, you feel the effects of all hexes and curses and spells that you project. And if you are siphoning my energy or anybody else's energy from this reading, you receive karma. Quick, fast, and in a hurry because you reap what you sow for Bible. So don't do to us what you would have wanted to you or your family. Stop being a crusty, crabby, raggedy Ann and Eyez, bitch, whoop, bitter ass business. Ain't gonna heal yourself. This is an early morning personal reading, and this is directly to a certain particular persons. This is directed to my upstairs neighbors. Since they wanted to start the business, they wanted to start drama today. Since my upstairs start drama today, we gonna tap into their energy collective. Since my upstairs neighbors were trying to disturb my peace, and they were laughing like if they were doing something, but I was already awake. This is the thing, that they be trying, they be thinking that they be doing nothing, but I be up in my bed laying down, just listening, just because I don't want to get off the bed, because I sit all day. So I'm gonna enjoy 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna enjoy the as much time as I can laying down, stretching my body before I get up and sit in this chair all day. So I'll be up early, just chilling in my room. These dumbasses upstairs thought that they was going to, let's disturb her peace, let's wake her out of her sleep, let's jump up and down. No. 144. Now we're about to tap into my upstairs neighbors and what they think, what they were up to. So let's see. Let's tap into my upstairs neighbor energy. Since they wanted to try to disturb my peace today, we about to tap into their energy today. And they nervous too. See the sweats on my fingers? And they're nervous as well. Confirmation. Sirens! They nervous? My upstairs neighbor is nervous right now. Oh no, I'm just sweating. Because he's about to get exposed. You hear him? Let's tap in. Angels, essence, spirits of the divine white light. Light, only please provide me with some insight. What do we need to know about my upstairs neighbor? They tried to shut me up. Trying to shut me up failed. My upstairs neighbor was trying to shut me up. That don't work, don't it? That didn't work, did it? That didn't work. Bird chirping. So my upstairs neighbors were trying to shut me up, but it failed. What else about my upstairs neighbor? The judicial system. They got problems with the judicial system. They were trying to play a third-degree victim, or they made me a third-degree victim. Trying to shut me up failed. They got problems with the judicial system, and they made me a third-degree victim. They were victimizing me with alchemy. Trying to shut me up to the judicial system failed. So they were trying to shut me up so that the judicial system doesn't listen. But that didn't work. What else about my upstairs neighbor? They fumbled the bag. He's about to start going crazy. He's already going crazy. He's already stomping. He's mad. The puti puerco's mad. El mamabicho is mad. El puti puerco que mamabicho está enfogonado. Again, el puti puerco que mamabicho él está enfogonado. Fumble the bag. Trace. Something's being traced back to them, or somebody named Tracy is involved. So somebody named Tracy could be involved, or is being traced back to the upstairs neighbor. Because again, let me remind you, I'm tapping into my upstairs neighbor energy. Make sure I keep reminding y'all that. So we know who we talking about up on this reading. So my upstairs neighbor tried to shut me up, but it failed. They got problems with the judicial system. They made me a third-degree victim doing alchemy. They fumbled the bag and it's being traced back to them. They were doing blood magic. A few cards want to come out. Okay. A false prophet was doing blood magic. In the home community, I'm talking about my upstairs neighbor. They try to make me a third-degree victim in my home community. Burdened but not broken. They were trying to break me, but all they did was create burdens with alchemy. Or searching for information on how to do this alchemy. They fumbled the bag, collective. Burdened but not broken. They try to break me down, but they can't. They're having sleepless nights and restless days. They can't sleep. They can't sleep, baby. They can't eat, baby. They just can't go on, baby. Look, you see? Having temper tantrums like a little baby. You a little baby. My upstairs neighbor is a little baby. Wah, wah, wah. My spell work didn't work. I don't got no magic. I'm a pendejo. I'm a puti puerco. That's what they're doing. Siphon untamed energy. Now they can't handle the power backlash, can't handle the heat. Like I said, they crying. They try to shut me up and fail doing this blood magic, and they siphon untamed energy. They siphon energy that they not supposed to be siphoning. Now they gonna die. Anybody that siphons my energy, that try to manifest off my energy, that tries to heal off my energy, harvest or harness my energy, my power, my soul, my essence, my vitality, my creativity, anything that you take from me, steal from me, without my permission, will bring a death into your life. A death in all ways, shapes, and forms. And it might actually happen in real life, like a real death. You might just die. But die. I am poison to you motherfucking wicked, evil, demonic entities, energies, and people. You false prophets. I am poison to you. You will die fucking with me. You were devoted to doing this? You were devoted to siphoning untamed energy that you can't handle. Okay. Well, you wanted to join the hate crowd in the home community? My upstairs neighbor tried to make me a third-degree victim in my home community and wanted to join the hate crowd. Now they getting fucked up. An old school friend, alchemy certificate, they wanted to join the hate crowd with an old school friend. An old school friend convinced them to join the hate crowd. They failed their mission. Hold on, because nobody's trying to block my throat. Well, confirmation trying to shut me up. So they failed the mission, collective. They fumbled the bag. Trying to get me to shut up. Doing this blood magic on me. Yeah, in the shadows. They're doing this in the shadows. There ain't nothing in the shadows when they sit there and jump up and down and trying to disturb my sleep. There ain't nothing that you're doing in the shadows. When you run in the room, start laughing, ha 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 ha, and then start stomping and hopping up and down. There's nothing that you're possibly doing in the shadows. You're making noise. So, yeah. Entrapment, they're entrapped. They got themselves trapped in a situation. My upstairs neighbor and an old school friend. Yeah, they were being manipulative. They were devoted to being manipulative. Now there's rumors going around. They were being manipulative, running rumors, spreading rumors. Or they're entrapped for being manipulative, spreading rumors. What they did was unforgettable. These crazy energy vampires failed their mission. Remnant, there's traces left behind. Remnant means there's a residue of something left behind. In the shadows, remnant. There's traces. Trace right here on the top and remnant on the bottom. That's the same word. It means the same thing. That's why I don't even know why I have these two cards here. But this also represents ancient energy left behind. Something ancient acts as well. That's why. So there's traces of something ancient that has been left behind, some type of residue. And something has been traced back to somebody that's having sleepless nights and restless days in the shadow, remnant, residue of something. There's some type of residue, trace evidence of something. Confirmation with the car honk. Past, something that they did in the past. They were trying to shut you up and they're trying to shut me up in the past. Now there's fights happening. These people got paid to play, paid for play. These people got paid to play. They got paid to do this. They put me in the dirt, but God made dirt and dirt don't hurt. Yep, they buried me. Now somebody's trying to flying home. Tracy, somebody's trying to fly home. Somebody's trying to run. They downplay my gifts, my talents, my skills. They water me down. That they siphon on same energy. Somebody's sleeping with the higher ups in the home community. The upstairs neighbor could be sleeping with the higher ups. They got an attitude. This old school friend could be sleeping with the higher ups, or the upstairs neighbor sleeping with a higher up. But they got an attitude. This old school friend and the upstairs neighbor. They were doing binding rituals, but they failed their mission. Yeah, connected to Earth. They were doing Earth magic, death magic, graveyard magic. In the shadows, connected to Earth. September, something about September. This could be a Libra energy or Virgo that's doing this. Or something with September, maybe in the past. They did something in the past in September. In the fall. Or this could be a Libra or a Virgo. A Libra or Virgo. They on borrowed time. Hey. They on borrowed time, collective. For the crimes that they committed. Crimes committed. They on borrowed time for these binding rituals that they were doing on me. They in messy energy. Yeah, they were doing hydromancy, so they were doing water magic. And they were doing time magic. My information is in the description box below. If you're looking for me to answer a question, it's $10. If you want 3 questions answered, I forgot how much that was. You gotta look in the information below. If you're looking for a reading, fill out the form. Fill out the form for the reading below, and I'll get your reading done. If you want your reading done on this live, if you want a quick mini reading, then send me $25 right now to the payment information below, and I will do a quick mini read on this live right now. If not, if you want a personal reading, go fill out the form down below, and I will contact you within 24 to 48 hours. They were doing water magic, hydromancy, and time magic, and death magic, and binding rituals, and blood magic, and siphoning energy. And then nothing that they didn't work. Nothing they did work. They need to make peace with this imperfection, that nothing is going to happen, that these binding rituals will continue to be a failed mission. Yeah, a storm is coming to this people, to my upstairs neighbor and this old school friend. Because they had a lot of unwanted opinions about me. And they got themselves entrapped and being manipulative. Yeah, the devil is sick for being a prick playing dumbass tricks. Now rumors is going around. Yeah, they were trying to cause me an eviction. Yeah, being spiritual spies, these crazy energy vampires, the storm is coming. Yeah, they got health issues. Hey. They got health issues, collective. My upstairs neighbor and an old school friend got health issues. Yeah, someone was on their high horse, and now they're feeling like a jackass because they downplayed my gifts. They try to shut me up. Yeah, now they're imagining their own ending and their own funeral. They're on borrowed time. They being haunted for the crimes that they committed. Them being in messy energy and a lot of miscommunication. Messy energy with a lot of miscommunication about a bunch of lies. Yeah, it says you running laps around this karmic. So I'm running laps around my upstairs neighbors that are out here doing spirit hexes and curses on me. This wild witch that's in childlike behavior. They're not hopeful in the reverse. Yeah, look, their devilish deeds will bring them karma. They're going to get karma, collective. They being haunted. Where we at? 18 minutes. I'm not going to pull no more. 20 minutes is good to tapping into my energy right now. So, collective, my upstairs neighbor and this old school friend that they working with was on some chopper high horse. And now they feeling like a jackass because they were trying to shut me up and they can't. They were trying to cause an eviction and they can't. They were trying to cause health issues and they can't. Now they're the ones with health issues. They're the ones fights happening in their life. They borrow on borrowed time. They downplay my gifts. Now they're losing their sight. They're losing everything in their life for doing all this type of magic on me. And a storm is coming and they cannot run. They cannot run. They cannot hide. Thank you for the information, but I do know how to cleanse myself. I provide protection on my channel. I create protection oils, incense, and all that. So if you're looking for something, please feel free. You can purchase anything from me, but I do know how to protect myself. Thank you, though, for the info. Greatly appreciated. Collective, they out here being haunted. They thought they were going to make me a victim. They were trying to shut me up, but they could not. This bitch and this mouth will never be shutting up. You ain't got no power here, baby. So my upstairs neighbor is trying to run to my room to try to disturb my sleep. Bitch, I was already up, listening to your stupid ass laughing about how this fool is really thinks that they're trying to disturb my sleep, but I'm already up. And then they be thinking they're gonna send spell work. Do you know I sleep with prayers? I sleep with my music that I create for myself to break these hexes and curses. Whatever I make for myself, I use for myself. That's why I know it works. So I don't know why you continue on doing what you're doing. My music alone that I made does enough. I don't even have to light a candle. That's the whole point of making the music that I made. So I don't have to sit here and continue to light a candle and light incense and do all this. I'll just play my tunes. I like listening to my music that I made. It's very catchy. So while I'm healing, all your shit is backfiring. While I'm sending that shit to you, you getting hit. Bam, 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 bam. Poo, 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 poo. With all that you're sending. This is like that. Thank you. This is like that. Batman and Robin. Remember the old Batman and Robin where they were fighting and you hear the bam, wow, kaplump, plam. Then you see the words on the screen every time they punch. That's what we got going on here. That's what we got going on here. Every time they wham, pow, kapoom. Look at that. And I just knocked cards out. It says they used your family to attack you. They know your family is important to you. It says court is in session. Open ongoing court case. Look, cards. I just punched the side of my thing here and cards fell out. Also guilty busted. They going down. Look at that. Narcissist. Passive aggressive behavior. Something happened to me during the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's, Mother's Day, and Father's Day. Hey, let's pick up the card that fell on the floor. Let's see what this says. Too many. This punk ass bitch, you're a karmic. Go heal yourself ASAP. It's saying that they a punk ass bitch. They wanted me alone and isolated, lonely and in pain. They wanted me not to exist. OMG. Delay, slow progress, procrastinating, put on hold. They were trying to cause delays. They wanted me alone. They still dealing with a childhood trauma, unhealed trauma. Someone committed a serious crime and many people are involved. This business deal went sour. Relationship breakup, fights are happening. Friends fighting. The truth shall set you free. Be honest and speak your truth. I'm speaking my truth. They were experienced or raised around anger or domestic abuse. Watch their parents get abused. Somebody got childhood trauma. This is black on black crime. It says, don't be scared to move on alone if you have to. Love will come automatically. Somebody is scared to move on alone. God is working on my blessings for me to be patient. This isn't the first time they have done this to many people. Something about Sunday. It says, fallen angel. They don't believe in God. They're trying to figure out what to do next, but they're being exposed. You're about to be in the spotlight. I'm already in the spotlight. They're trying to steal your thoughts and dreams. They're trying to steal my thoughts and dreams. They can't sleep or eat. They don't got no money. She talked about you. Now his friends want you, secretly spying. It says they hired a spiritual person to attack you. You need to get a reading done. Information I need to know. So I need to get a reading done. I'm doing my reading now on myself right now. It says they're going to be in such regret. They're going to be in such regret for what they have done to me. It says, why are you doing me like that? Damn, you have changed. No response. Work with or start working with a pendulum for accurate answers. I already have that right here, over here. Balance your feminine energy, masculine energy. I'm already balanced. Someone's in flip-floppy energy. They feel bad now for what happened. A Taurus female. A mother raped her own son because he looks exactly like the father. Incest, unwanted. Touch. It's time to go down the rabbit hole. Plant the seed to grow the trees of endless possibilities. I mold my own future that comes to be. A Virgo male and Taurus female. I did say Virgo and Gemini and Taurus. May and September came out. So the months May and September came out. So confirmation where Virgo and Taurus energy, May and September came out. So this is the signs. This is a Virgo and a Libra or a Taurus or a Gemini. So confirmation for the months. Something about Tuesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We got Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. 3 days back to back. 1, 2, 3. What's today? Today is Thursday. So they did something 3 days in a row. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. You know what's up and they fucked up. I know what's up and they fucked up. They had camera in my home. They better not have no camera in my house. And if they had a camera in my house, baby, I tell you something. You about to be in deep regret for having a camera in my house. Collective, they have court. There's an ongoing court case. Thank you. There's an ongoing court case for this narcissistic, passive-aggressive person and their behavior. Yeah, and they're guilty and they're going down. These 3 little cards right here. They got a court and they're losing. And they're guilty and they're going down. And they're mad and they said they be spell work because they're trying to run from their shit and they can't run. My upstairs neighbor's just trying to run and they can't run. My upstairs neighbor and this old school friend that's working together. A business deal that went sour. So they're not getting this money that they were going to get paid to. They were going to get paid to do something and they're not getting this money because nobody got no money to get paid. How you going to get paid when you a bunch of bum-ass bitches? You ain't got no money. You ain't got no money. Someone knew what was going on and didn't say nothing. A fake-ass family and friend that you cut them off. Yep. I kept it moving. But these people don't want to leave me alone. They want to still be in my business. Collective. So that's the info. I exposed my upstairs neighbor and this old school friend that they're working with. This could be their old school friend or my old school friend. It doesn't even matter what old school friend it is, theirs or mine. Either way, they're exposed. They're going to keep getting exposed. And there's nothing they could do about it. And you can't run and you can't hide. You want to continue to start this beef with me? Okay, we could do this. You can start this beef with me. That's fact. They true. They all do probably got fucking AIDS. These fucking sick, sadistic bitches dying from an STD. Trying to spiritually fuck with me. Anyway, collective, thank you. I appreciate you for listening and being here. When I thought I was alone in this. I really thought I was alone going through this bullshit. But then I start coming across with other people that was going through the shit, hearing that I'm not the only one that's going through it. So it makes me feel better. Because I thought I was the only one going through this crazy shit, and I'm not. There's a lot of people talking, a lot of people telling their stories, a lot of people speaking up. And if I am the catalyst for people speaking up, then hey, let's do this. Tell your story. Expose these bitches. Let's do this. Let's do this. Because enough is enough. Enough is enough. It's time for them to rot in the hell that they were trying to have us rot in. I'm in my power. They can't use my power. Nor can they use my power against me. So, come on, collective. If you got some bullies, if you got some spellcasters in your life, it's time to stand up. It's time to expose them. It's time to expose them on social media, baby, for the world to see. Fuck telling a friend, a grandfather, an uncle, get online and start exposing these bitches. They like to do shit in the shadow. Well, now we're going to talk about it. Because people like us, we don't do shit in the shadows. We're very transparent. We don't need to hide what we're doing unless it's that we're working on our own shit. That's the only thing to keep secret. Is our own business. What we working on. How we're healing. But besides anything else, it's out in the open. So these people are in for a fucking rude awakening. Because they fuck with the wrong person and came for the wrong person. That would be me. Collective, peace out. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I'll be back with a collective reading a little bit later. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day this Thursday. You already know, stay prayed up, stay protected, be productive, and be prosperous. Peace out, collective.